So I've started our recording in case we have some friends that aren't here. For those of you that missed it at the beginning, before everyone got in, Miss Royal at 11:45, that's your music time. Miss Royal wants you to come in. It's going to be a short music lesson, but she wants to talk to you guys live, just like what Miss Cates is doing. So she's setting up a meeting in Teams where you can do that. So don't forget to visit her at 11:45. Okay, let's take a look over here.
Is it today or Thursday?
I thought she told me today. I just saw her a minute ago.
Today's Monday.
Today's Monday. They have the art.
Oh, they do have art today? Oh, okay. Well, then she must have been mistaken. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Miss Gates.
Okay. I guess she thought she had you guys today, but
We have a lot of changes today.
she does not. So on the day that you have Miss Royal, she'll be on there live and in person just like me. It won't be a recording. Okay, so we are on lesson 9. We only have one more lesson in this unit. Can you believe that? Oh, I like your cone, Smearty. And in lesson 9, we are going to identify and sort shapes as 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional. Does anyone know the short way to say 2-dimensional? Do you know the short way? Estelle?
2D.
2D, yep. 2D and 3D. 2D means flat. 3D means not flat. Show me with your hand. Show me 2D. Show me 2D. Flat like a pancake. Show me 3D. 3D is not flat. All right, show me 2D. Flat like a pancake. Show me 3D. Okay, let's do our warm-up. This game is called Hide and Seek. Count the cubes, and then we're going to hide 2. How many can you see? And then we're going to write an expression. So count the cubes. All right, now we're going to hide 2 of them. How many cubes are up here, are we?
5.
5 cubes. So I'm going to put 5 right here. Now I'm going to hide 2 of them.
Miss Kate.
Oh,
Miss Kate just said we'll talk about dividing.
we are. I promise we are. I'm going to wait till the end. Okay. Now I hid 2 of them. What will I do now? How many are left? Estelle?
3.
3 are left. So we're going to write a number sentence, an expression. 5 take away 2 equals 3. Okay. Let's try another one. Now we're going to put them back together. How many cubes is it when we put them back together? When we have 3 and we put 2 more back, how many is it? Russell?
5.
5. Very good. All right. Now, how many cubes do we have? Show me on the screen with your hand. How many cubes do we have? Show me with your hands. 5 cubes. Alan, I want you participating. Put that down. All right. We're going to hide 1. Let's write that expression. How many cubes did we start out with? 5. We took 1 away. How many cubes are left? Show me with your fingers. How many cubes are left? Alan, I I want to see. Show me with your fingers how many cubes are left. 4. 4 cubes are left. 5 minus 1 equals 4. Okay. We put them back together. How many do we have when we put them back together? 5 again. Very good. Count and touch the cube, or count all the cubes. How many do we have? Hold them up. How many do we have? 5. Very good. Now we're going to hide 3 behind our back. Oh my goodness, we had 5. We can hide 3 behind our back. How many does that leave? Show me with your fingers. How many does that leave? Ooh, I like how my friends are showing it the math way. 2. 2. 5 minus 3 equals 2. When we put them all back, how many do we have again? 5. Yep, when we put the 3 back, we have 5 again. Okay, how many cubes are there? 5. Very good. We're going to take 4 and put them behind our back. So that number sentence would say 5 minus 4 equals, how many are left? Show me with your fingers. Show me with your fingers. 1. 5 minus 4 equals 1. Very good. When we put them all back, what do we have again? Show me with your fingers. What do we have when we put them all back? 5. Very good. All right, this is the last one. How many cubes do you see? 5. Now we're going to hide 5 of them. We had 5 cubes. We hid 5 of them. How many are left? Show me. 0. 0. 0 cubes are left. 0 cubes are left. When we put them all back, how many do we have again? 5. Very good. Here's our application problem. I asked you guys to bring some Play-Doh to this. It's asking you to make...
The Play-Doh is my sister's.
That's okay. Doesn't matter whose it is. Make one of the shapes that we've talked about.
Miss Kate?
Yes. Yes.
Is there a page for this?
There is, but since we're using Play-Doh, you're not going to need to do that. Okay, so can you make a solid shape with your Play-Doh? Draw one of the solid shapes we've talked about. Remember, solid means 3D. I'm going to do it too. I'm doing it too.
Okay.
What?
I couldn't open my Play-Doh bag.
You couldn't find your Play-Doh bag?
No, I couldn't open my Play-Doh bag.
You couldn't open it?
My mommy just tried to, like...
See if you can rip it. Here, Nicole, do you have scissors? You could cut the side of it. Cut the side of the bag with your scissors. Just a little cut on the side.
I can open it.
Okay. Well, that's okay. You can watch.
Kate?
Yes.
I made a cube.
Hold on. I'm going to have friends share. Okay. Raise your hand if you want to share your solid shapes. And do the little yellow hand, too. All right. Just so I can make sure. Elliot, unmute your mic and share your shape. Nicole, mute your mic. Mute your mic, Nicole.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Well, there was too many.
Very much. Not much.
Okay, well, hopefully you can hear me now. You might need to turn up your volume.
Should I try logging out and logging back in?
Yeah. Try that. Try doing that. Okay, let's call on another friend. Estelle, show us your shape.
Ta-da! It's a spear.
Sphere, very good. Sphere, that is awesome. Good job. All right, let's do Jonyan. Share your shape.
It's a cube.
A cube, excellent, Jonyan. It's got 6 faces on it, huh? Smearty, share your shape.
It's a cone.
A cone. Oh, I like the point at the top. Excellent. Anya, unmute your microphone and share your shape.
It's a cube.
A cube with the 6 faces. Excellent job. Ryan, unmute your microphone, please, and share your shape.
A cone.
A cone. Yes, very good. I like the round face and the pointy top. Carolyn, unmute your microphone, please, and share your shape.
A cone.
A cone also. Cones are popular. Let's do Are We? Unmute your microphone and share your shape.
A cylinder.
That's what I did. I did a cylinder too with my 2 faces. Good job, friends. Very good. Okay, you may put your clay away back in its container. If it has a lid, remember, press it down on all the sides of the lid. Okay, let us go to Miss Hawkins, and she is going to do an activity with us today. So we're going to make sure that we have our materials: 1 can for a cylinder, 1 dice for a cube, and a small ball for a sphere. It could be Play-Doh if you didn't have it. Let's listen quietly while I get her pulled up.
Miss Kates, I can't hear the thing.
I know. Hold on. Here we go.
Hi, friends, and welcome to today's lesson. My name is Mrs. Hawkins, and today we are going to be sorting shapes. So let's go ahead and get started. All the materials that you will need for the lesson today can be seen on the screen now. You are going to need a can, a small ball, a dice or something similar to a dice, crowns, and then you're also going to need some flat shapes that have been cut out.
You do not need to do the flat shape part. That's okay.
If you don't have any cut out already, you can use today's problem set. Just be sure that you don't cut them out of today's.
Okay, so what she's saying is, in your math book, and today's problem set is on page, hold on and I'll tell you. Let me pull up the page real quick.
Is it 2017?
Page, yes, 217 is today's problem set. 217.
It was already in
So
2017.
do not, very good. Do not cut out these shapes. Remember, she said that. We're not going to cut out these shapes in our problem set. We're just going to use them when we're sorting, okay? So you can look at the flat shapes in your problem set. I see one friend has a question. Hang on. What's your name? Estelle.
Do we need crayons? Because I don't have any.
We do need crayons, yeah. If you have markers instead, you could use that. Are we?
I have colored pencils.
Very good. That's excellent. That's excellent. All right, I'm going to answer 2 more questions and then we're going to go. Nicole?
Is this
Yep,
way?
that's right, Nicole. See how there's some flat shapes on there? Okay, let's listen to the story. Or, to the lesson.
This cube.
Problem set.
Nope.
And you can use them for the
Yes. Anya, that's right. That's good. Mute your mic.
first part of our lesson today. And then for the last part of the lesson, you can always just watch me on the screen. So go ahead and push pause and go find these materials so that we can begin our lesson. I want you to go ahead and take all of your flat shapes and all of your solid shapes and just lay them out right in front of you. Go ahead and pause if you need to. Get all of your shapes laid out right in front of you.
Okay, so what you'll have your book open in front of you, and then beside that page, you can put your solid shapes.
Are your shapes ready to go? Great!
Are we? What's your question?
Do we need those cut out?
No. Do not cut them out.
Now I want you to stand up from your seat. Stand up.
Stand up. Stand up.
And now I want you to look at your shapes like we would look at them if we were a bird flying up above our workspace and looking down onto our shapes. So as you're standing, look down onto your shapes. And what do you notice about your shapes as you're looking down at them?
Who can raise their hand and tell me? What's something you notice about the shapes as you look down at them? Carolyn.
Look like flat shape.
They do. They look just like the flat shapes. It's kind of hard to tell the difference. Let's see what Ms. Hawkins says.
Those are great noticings. I heard one of my friends say, when I'm standing up looking down at my shapes, I can still see all of my flat shapes. And then I also see that even though I know this is a cube, I can only see this face of the cube, which makes it look like a square if I'm looking down at it. And my cylinder, I can see this face, which is in the shape of a circle. So when I'm looking down, all I see is a circle. Now I want you to bend down like this and look across your workspace as if you were an ant crawling across the table.
Oh,
and
now
look to
bend
the
down
side
and look.
to see what
See.
you could see.
Bend down
So
and
bend
see.
over to where your eyes are the same level as your workspace. And what do you see now that you're looking all the way to the side like an ant looking across the table? What do you notice about the shapes from this view?
Okay, raise your hand and tell me. What do you notice about them from this view? Ryan, what do you notice?
The better.
The solid shapes are much bigger. Can you see the flat shapes when you do that? Look at my flat shape. Yeah, it almost turns invisible, doesn't it? Let's see what Miss Hawkins says.
I heard one of my friends say, well, as I was bending down, looking across my workspace, I noticed that I couldn't see any of the flat shapes anymore, that I could only see the solid shapes. Was that the same for you? Do you think we could sort all of these shapes that we have? I want you, here in a second, to push pause, and after you push pause, I want you to look at your shapes and think about anything that you notice that they have in common. Go ahead and push pause and look for things that they have in common.
Okay, so let's do that. Let's take a look. So, here are her solid shapes, and you've got solid shapes in front of you, and these are their flat shapes. In common means what do they have that is the same? Who can raise their hand and share out some things that the flat shapes and the solid shapes have that are the same? That are the same. Smearty?
The cone and my triangle, they both have points.
Oh, the cone and the triangle both have points. That's an excellent observation. Elliot, can you share something that you know that's the same about the flat shapes and the solid shapes? Elliot, are you there?
Have curves.
Very good. Some of our solid shapes have curves, and some of our flat shapes have curves. Excellent. Good job, Elliot. You can mute your mic. Okay, let me call another friend. I'm going to mute Elliot's mic for him. I'm going to call on another friend, and I would like you to share one more way that these are similar, the solid shapes and the flat shapes. Let's do Estelle.
The ball is kind of round, and the cube has a bit of circles on it, just like the ball.
Okay. Okay, or even, from a bird's eye view, this is completely round and with no edges, the sphere, and the circle is completely round with no straight sides. Very good. Let's see what Ms. Hawkins says.
Does anyone have a sorting rule that we could try? Those are great suggestions. One of my friends said, maybe we could sort them by shapes that have a curve and shapes that don't have a curve. So let's try that one. I want to remind you, if you don't have the cutouts of your flat shapes, you could still sort your solid shapes with us. But if you need to just watch.
So what you're going to do is you're going to sort your solid shapes by curves and sides or edges. Let's also watch Ms. Hawkins while we do that.
Me on the screen as I sort the flat shapes, that is just fine. So let's go ahead and sort them by shapes with a curve and shapes with no curve. So we will put our shapes with no curve right here. And how about we put our shapes with a curve over on this side? So let's start looking at our shapes. let's look at this shape. What is this shape? What's its name? A square.
That's
How
right.
did you know that it's a square?
Okay, answer that question. How do we know this is a square? Who can answer that? Because that's a tricky one. Are we?
Because it has one
No.
black side.
No, that you're thinking a cube. This is a flat shape called a square. How do we know a square is a square?
It's
See?
because it has 4 corners.
4 corners and 4 sides, and here's the part that makes it a square. All the sides are equal. All the sides are equal. That's what makes a square a square. Let's see if we're right.
It has 4 sides, and those 4 sides are exactly the same length, which makes it a square. Now, does this square have any curves?
Nope.
No, it only has corners. So let's put it over here with no curves. Now let's look at this solid shape. Do you remember the name for this solid shape? This is a sphere, yes. Now does this sphere have a curve? Yes, that's why it's able to roll around as a solid shape. So let's put it over here with the curves. Let's look at this shape. What is this shape called? A rectangle. How many corners does this rectangle have?
Okay. How many corners does the rectangle have? Nicole?
4.
4. All right, let's listen.
4 corners. Does it have any curves?
Does it have curves?
No
No.
curves. We'll put it over here. What is this shape called?
What's that shape?
It's a triangle. How did you know that it's a triangle?
How do we know? Let's do Jonyan. How do we know this is a triangle?
Because it has straight lines and 3 points.
It has 3 straight lines and 3 straight points. Very good. Good job, Anya, but I want you focusing. All right. Do you think it's going to go under curve or no curve? Maybe no curve.
Okay.
No curve. Let's see.
It has three sides. Maybe you said it has 3 corners. Very good. Does it have any curves? It does not have any curves. Just corners. So we'll put it over here. Well, let's look at this solid shape. What is this solid shape called? A cylinder. Does this cylinder have any curves?
Does it have curves? Yeah.
It does. It has curves on the faces and curves here. We remember that it can roll around. So we'll put it over here. Let's look at this solid shape. What is its name? What do we call this? A cube. Does a cube have any curves?
Does it have curves on it?
No, it doesn't.
I like
So we'll
how
put the
Arby
cube
does thumbs
on
down.
this side. What is this shape called?
What's that one?
A circle. Does a circle have any curves?
Does it have curves?
Yes, it does. So we'll put it over here. This is a fun little shape. Does this shape have any curves?
Yeah, it does.
It does. It does have a big curve. So we will put it also over on the side with the curves. And what about this shape? What do we know about this shape? What's it called?
Ooh, what's that shape called? We haven't said it in a long time. Who remembers? Tricky, tricky, tricky. Who remembers what this shape is called? Smearty?
Hexagon.
A hexagon. What makes it a hexagon, Smearty?
It has five
Six sides and six.
and 6 corners.
Very good. 6 sides and 6 corners. Excellent. Does it have curves?
No.
No. Let's see what Miss Hawkins says.
Called a hexagon. How many sides does a hexagon have? 6. Does it have any curves? It does not. It has corners, and only corners. And last, this solid shape. What is this one called? A cone. Does our cone have any curves? Yes. Remember, we can kind of spin it around, roll it around. It does have curves. So we'll also put it over there. Good job. What's another way we could sort these shapes?
Who wants to share out? What is another way we could sort these shapes? We sorted them by curve and no curve. Who's got some more ideas? Russell?
Points and no points.
Oh, that's a great idea, Russell. Very good. Anyone have a different idea? Ryan?
Sort them by size.
Size, very good. So points, no points, size, bigger, smaller. Okay. Carolyn, what's your idea?
Points and points, curve and curve.
We did the curve and no curve. That's good. Estelle?
Sort them by like circle, 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 triangle, triangle, triangle. A little open spot and no little open spot.
Okay. So by the actual shape itself. Let's see what Miss Hawkins says about sorting them.
Great ideas. Let's go ahead and put all of our shapes back towards the middle. This time, let's sort them by shapes that are solid and shapes that are flat. So if you have your shapes, all of them, your flat shapes and your solid shapes, if you want, you can push pause now and try sorting them on your own, and then push play to check your work. But if you don't have your shapes, you can just help me sort the shapes that I have. So let's start with this.
Let's go ahead and just help. Well, actually, let's pause, and you can move your solid shapes to the side, all to one side. Smearty, I love your cone. You found that. Sort your solid shapes to one side, and then we're also going to help Miss Hawkins. Give me a double thumbs up when you're ready to help Miss Hawkins. Okay. Awesome.
This shape. What is this shape called?
Oh, What is this shape called? What's this shape called? Nicole?
Circle.
Not quite. It's a solid
Ball.
shape.
Ball.
Not even a ball. There's a fancy Nancy name for it, and it's kind of hard to say. Let's see. Let's do Austin. Do you know the name of that shape? Austin?
Sophia.
A sphere! A sphere! Let's see if we're right.
A sphere. Is a sphere solid or flat?
Oh, we said that.
It is solid. Yes. So let's put it over here. What is this shape called?
We knew that one.
A triangle. Is this triangle solid or flat?
Show me with your hand, solid or flat?
It is flat. If I take it, it's just a piece
Good
of paper
job.
and turn it sideways. Can you still see it?
Nope, it's almost invisible.
Nope, it disappears, doesn't it? It is a flat shape. We can only see it. We're looking down at it. What is this shape called?
We said that one.
A square. Is this square solid or flat?
Solid or flat? What do you think?
It is flat.
Good job.
job.
Thank you, my friends that are participating.
Now, if I'm looking down, this shape kind of looks like a square. If I'm looking down at it, doesn't it? It looks like a square. But if I move it, and I roll it around in my hand, and I turn it sideways, and I turn it again, is it solid or flat?
Solid or flat?
Yes. This
Solid.
cube is solid. So we'll put it over here. What is this shape? A circle. Is this circle solid or flat?
What is it?
It is a flat circle.
Whoop.
Is this shape solid or flat? Yes,
Very
it is
good.
flat as well. Let's look at our cylinder. Is our cylinder solid or flat?
Ooh, good job, Carolyn.
It is solid. How do we know that this is solid?
Ooh, how do we know that a solid shape is solid? That's a good question. How do we know? Grant, can you tell me how we know a solid shape is a solid shape? Grant, are you there?
I don't know.
You're not sure? I can help him out. How do we know a solid shape is solid? Carolyn.
Look at the side.
Look at it from the side instead of a bird's eye view. So instead of looking down, we can look at it from the side. Very good. Let's see what Ms. Hawkins says.
Yes, if we turn it sideways, we can still see it, can't we? So we'll put it over here with the rest of our solids. What shape is this called?
We talked about that one.
Hexagon. Is this hexagon solid or flat? It is flat. What is this shape called? A rectangle. Is this rectangle solid or flat?
What is it?
It is
Flat.
flat. And our cone. Is our cone solid or flat? It is solid. Go ahead and push pause and find other ways that you can sort your flat and your solid shapes.
We
Take about 5 minutes and have some fun sorting your shapes. Then push play and we'll continue.
So we talked about that. We talked about all the different ways that we could sort it, like Russell said, with points and no points, all those different ways. Now, you can go ahead and move your solid shapes to the side and bring your book in front, page 217. And you're gonna need your crayon for this. You're gonna need a red crayon and a green crayon. So see if you can find those two colors. It doesn't have to be exactly red or green, just do your best. I'm gonna get my colors too. Yes?
I got yellow, blue, green, and red.
Yep, you just need green and red.
Okay. I will put my yellow and the blue back in my container.
Okay. So our directions say, color the pictures of the flat shapes green. Color the pictures of the flat shapes green. So flat is green. And the picture of, oh, no, it says flat red. Sorry. The flat shapes are going to be red. And the solid shapes, or three-dimensional, are going to be green. So I'm going to do just one with you.
Miss Kate?
Yes.
I colored the rectangle green because I thought you said green, but you actually said red.
That's
Now the
okay.
green it's not a green marker. It's not a green pencil. It's a green marker. Now I can't erase it.
Just put
But
like
I did
a
color
red,
it all green.
just put a red around it. Trace red around it. Okay, so let's take a look at this cone right here. Am I going to color that red for flat or green for solid? Raise your hand. What color do I need to color it? Red for flat or green for solid? Russell?
Green.
Green for solid. Now, this already looks colored in, doesn't it? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to trace a circle around it in green since it's kind of shaded in already. You do the rest on your own, and I'm going to give you about 2 or 3 minutes. When you're done, give me a thumbs up so that I'll know, and we'll go over the work together.
Miss Kate,
Yes?
are we going to talk about the Diwali festival?
I promise, just as soon as we're done with our lesson.
Miss Kate,
Yes.
my cone is not colored. It has some white and I'm coloring it green.
Okay. Yes, Estelle?
And what are solid shapes? Because I hope I don't want to get mixed up because then I might get it wrong.
Yeah, it's okay. Remember, a solid shape is a shape that if you look to it from the side, it still sticks up, like 3D. Okay. Ryan, did you, oh, you're just giving me a thumbs up. Good job.
Miss Kate,
Yes?
I used the Play-Doh for the solid shape.
That's a good job, Nicole. Keep your mic on mute because our friends are working. Smearty, do you have a question?
I don't know if the basketball or the soccer ball is
Think about it in real life. What does a real life basketball look like, and what does a real life soccer ball look like?
so I just color them green.
Yes, because think about it in real life. Okay, friends, even if we're not quite finished, I think we'll go over this now. So I'm going to call on some of you to answer. Elliot, what am I going to color the square? Elliot. Elliot, are you there? Okay, we'll go on. Alan, what am I going to color the square? Alan, unmute your mic.
The square.
Uh-uh.
The square.
This is the square. What am I going to color it? Is it flat or solid?
Solid. Solid.
A square is flat. So I'm going to need to color my square red. I'm just going to circle it in red because I have a marker. Okay, let's take a look. Let me do Grant. Grant, what am I going to color the ice cream cone? What do we color the cone on an ice? Think of a real ice cream cone. What are you going to color it? Green or red? Solid or flat?
Solid.
It's solid, so I'm going to color it green. Green. Okay, I'll call on different friends. Let's do Adeline. Adeline, what am I going to color this rectangle? Red or green?
Red.
Red, that's right, because it's flat. Excellent. Let's do, Are we, what am I going to color the basketball? The basketball, red or green? Think of a real basketball. Green, yep. Because in real life, you could see the basketball from an ant's view. What am I going to color this hexagon? Ooh, let me call on a friend. Estelle, what are we going to color the hexagon? Red or green?
Red.
Red, that is a flat shape. Anya, what are we going to color the presents, Anya? Anya, what do we color the presents? Can't hear you. They're going to be green. They're a solid shape. Yes, there you go. You got it. Good. Okay, what about, this is kind of tricky, this one right here, this cylinder. What am I going to color that cylinder, Nicole?
Green.
Green, a cylinder is a solid shape. What about the smiley face? I think of it as a smiley face sticker. A sticker. What would that be colored? Carolyn?
I have to color red.
Yep, a sticker would be flat, red. Here's another cylinder, but it's on its side. What color am I going to color that one? Austin, what am I going to color this cylinder on its side? Green. We're going to color it green. then, let me pull this back up. Let's see, we've only got 3 left. And I've called almost everyone. Let's look on our list. Smearty, what am I going to color this cube?
Green.
Green, very good. And then, of course, the circle and the triangle are red because they are flat shapes. Good job. Oh, then we've got the soccer ball and the party hat. A real soccer ball would be green and a real party hat. Those are solid shapes. Make sure yours matches mine, and I want you to take a picture and submit it to turn it in. Very good, everybody. I will see you. Oh, wait, no, we're not leaving, I gotta do the Diwali. So let me erase this. Anya shared a picture of she and her brother dressed for Diwali. And I want her to share that real quick. Let me erase it. I'm almost done. There it goes. And let me pull up the picture. Okay, so let me see if I can make it big. Here is Anya and her brother, and look at their beautiful, Anya, I know your outfit's called a sari. What do you call your brother's outfit?
I don't know.
You don't know? It's beautiful. What are some things that you did for Diwali on Saturday?
We made sweets.
You made sweets? What were some of those sweets called?
They're Indian sweets.
Okay. Did you have fireworks or set
Yeah.
off and do sparklers?
We did fireworks.
Very cool. Very cool. I noticed you decorated your door.
We put lamps at our doorsteps.
Yeah. Very good. Well, you and your brother look very handsome and beautiful in your traditional Indian clothing. Good job. Thank you for sharing. And I will see you guys back at 12 o'clock. Bye-bye.